So, as you can see on this particular episode of Street Talk, I'm not on the street. No, I'm in a park in Vauxhall, surrounded by Extinction Rebels, or as Boris Johnson would call them, uncooperative Crusties. There's just one over there now, although she looks pretty cooperative to me, I must say. But I want to find out what's really behind Extinction Rebellion. Is it all about the environment? Does anything scare them more than the end of the world? What do they think about Brexit? And much, much more. So, let's find out. Does it really piss you off when the likes of Boris Johnson call you all crusties and things like that?
No, because he's just the nation's favourite knobhead, isn't he? Really, so you know, what can you say?
On a serious note, though, how on earth do you all stay clean and stuff around here?
Well, it's an acquired art, but there's friendly folk about. There's places where you can go. Or you can just be dirty. Yeah. You can just be a hemp-smelling crusty, can't you? It's okay for a week or so.
What's the one thing in this world that scares you more than the end of the world? Mine's spiders.
Neoliberalism.
Right. What is it? Just so you can get a little sneak preview.
So what it is I guess I kind of saw a vision of people dressed as birds flying across the city. And so then, just with some other people, we've actually got 9 of these, but they've been bit sort of dispersed during the week. So just this sense of the lightness and gentleness that this movement is also sort of encouraging and encompassing. Okay. But different people see different birds, to be honest. Some people see albatrosses, some people see phoenix. Yeah. Some people see pigeons.
No one just sees a woman dressed as a bird.
They don't seem to, which is what I saw.
How long have you been out here for?
Since Thursday morning.
Since Thursday morning, wow. And why are you being moved along now?
Well, because, I think Boris Johnson's had enough of our bullshit and isn't getting the message, and yeah.
So, does it annoy you that he called you all crusties?
Well, he's right, about half of us, but he doesn't see the half that look like you and actually are sensible and not crusty like me.
So, why do it in London and not somewhere like China?
That is a good question. I can't answer that.
Does anything scare you more than the end of the world?
Taxes.
Taxes? Or taxis? What would you say to people, some of whom, the likes of Boris Johnson, are saying things like, look, we've got a massive police presence at various locations around, maybe those police could be better served doing things like stopping knife crime?
Stopping knife crime, yeah, so it is obviously a huge drain on resources, the police being a resource for the city, for them to have to police this. They don't have to police this, they can let us get on with it and let us demand change. It's a very expensive thing that they're having to do. The system has been clogged up with arrestees. I was arrested yesterday and it's called released under investigation, and the reason I was released under investigation is because of the sheer wealth of people that have been arrested, and they can't process that many people at once.
Does it bother you, the fact that you might now get a criminal record?
Yeah, of course it does. It's worrying me. I suppose not at the minute, it's just because I'm still on a bit of a high about the whole thing. Later on it's probably going to hit me and it's going to be worry. I am a medically qualified doctor, so there's concerns that,
So, how did it feel when Boris Johnson, instead of maybe stepping in and taking some serious action on climate change, decided to call you all uncooperative crusties?
I think that's really pretty unfair, because we really do cooperate, obviously.
We are going to tell the truth. So much pain and death. We are going to tell the truth.
And I'm always keen to get the views of Extinction Rebels on just a couple of other things, like, for example, Brexit.
Oof, that's a difficult one. I mean, we're not a political organisation, so this would be my personal opinion. I voted to stay in the EU. Because I believe in this time we need to be working together, drawing together as a global community. I know there are major problems with the EU. It has massive issues, but you can't change it from outside.
What's your name?
Smurf.
Okay, just before we get stuck into that, where's that come from?
Popeye Smurf is my capoeira nickname.
What do you say to people like Boris Johnson who say that you are uncooperative crusties, is his quote?
Crusty maybe, but it's difficult to get a shower in London. I'm cooperative. I am quite cooperative if the law makes sense. And I really don't think Boris Johnson has got a leg to stand on. And
Fair enough. Just out of interest, why London? Why not China?
We don't live in China, and London is the closest to us, and I do believe in China. They'd probably shoot us.
All right then, what's your name, good sir?
My name is Etienne Stott.
And dare I ask why you're here?
So I'm here with Extinction Rebellion because I'm an Olympic gold medalist from London 2012. I've got something of a public platform, and I believe it's actually my responsibility, my duty in fact, to speak about the climate emergency and the ecological crisis that our government is doing literally nothing about.
So what was your Olympic medal in?
I won in whitewater slalom in London 2012.
So if the ice caps melted, will we not have more water for you to canoe in?
Well, unfortunately we have a big problem that the ice caps melting is going to raise sea levels and it's going to go to waste. So no, I'm not worried about the future of canoeing in general. I'm worried about the future of civilised society.
So that's Extinction Rebellion sorted at Vauxhall Park. They're not going to be here too much longer. As you can see, the police have really started moving them along now. But hey, we've had it all, haven't we? We've had dreadlocks, we've had fully grown women dressed as birds, and we've even had a bloke whose biggest fear in life is neoliberalism. What more could you ask for? Make sure you comment below and tell us where we should go next.